Good morning, everyone. Boker Tov. In this week's Torah portion, we read about the twin brothers, Yaakov and Esav. And of course, Jacob is portrayed as the righteous child, as opposed to Esav, who is the wicked child. But listen to what happens right in the middle of the Torah portion. When Jacob, at the behest of his mother, disguises himself as Esav to receive the blessings from his blind father Jacob, the verse says that Rebekah took as bigdei Esav hachamudot. She took the beautiful garments of Esav and dressed Jacob in the garments of Esav to go serve his father the meal before he receives the blessing. And our rabbis say, what does it mean that he put on the garments of his twin brother Esav that were beautiful garments in order to disguise himself as Esav? And our rabbis say that even though Esav was a wicked child, the one mitzvah he performed better than anyone else was the mitzvah of honoring his father. And therefore, when he would prepare a meal for his father, he would come back from the field with his hunting clothing. He would change into a special, beautiful wardrobe to present the food to his father in the most elegant fashion. And therefore, when Rebekah wanted to disguise Jacob as Esav, she dressed him in the beautiful garments of Esav that were with her in the house. And the reason they were with her in the house, as the verse says, Asheri Tababayit, was because Esav left a special wardrobe in Rebekah's house. So whenever he had to present himself or go talk to his father or do something with his father, he would put on special garments. And that's why the Talmud says that the great Rabbi, Rabbi Shimon ben Gamliel, said, no one honored my parents, their parents like I did, but I didn't even do half the measure of the way Esav honored his father. And there's a twofold lesson here. The first lesson, obviously, is the extent of honoring parents. Because not only did he have a special wardrobe to honor his father, to present himself and serve his father with, but even though his father was blind and couldn't see the beautiful garments, he still felt that out of honor and respect to his father, he had to wear special garments to serve his father. But there's a second lesson here, and the lesson is that even as we all go to synagogue this Shabbat, and everyone's going to read about the good son Jacob and the wicked son Esav, the Torah right in the middle of the story makes a point of saying, let's not forget, Esav also had good qualities. Sometimes we see things in black and white. The Torah wants to remind us, no matter who a person is, they have good qualities. And if they do, recognize them, notice them, appreciate them. Don't just paint with one broad brush. When we were in Israel just a few weeks ago, visiting hostages, one of the beautiful couples we met was a couple that was both taken into captivity. She was released in January and he was just released now. Her name is Arbel Yehud and his name is Ariel Kuno. And we had the joy of seeing them back together again. And that's such a beautiful love story that when he was freed from captivity, Ariel, in the helicopter, they gave him a whiteboard to write a message. And what was his message on the whiteboard? He wrote, Arbel Yehud, ani ohev otach. He wrote a message to his girlfriend, Arbel Yehud, I love you. And then he said, I started to write, will you marry me? But then he said, maybe it's too much to propose from the helicopter, so he erased it. But he told us something amazing. He said he was one of the guards who watched over them and kept him captive, had a little bit of compassion. And when he asked, is my girlfriend alive? Because they were both taken together, he said, let me find out. And he brought back word that she is alive and being held in a different area in the tunnels. And he said, could I send a letter to her? And he said, I'll secretly get the letter to her. And he wrote a love letter to Arbel. And then Arbel wrote him a love letter. And for 7 months, they were trading love letters in the tunnels of Gaza through this one God who had a little bit of compassion. And he said, I said to him, do you have these love letters? He said, no, they wouldn't let me take it out. But he said, I memorized every single word and every single letter. And I've transcribed every single letter from memory when I got back from captivity. And I have every single letter and every word of love that kept us alive in the darkest moment. Let us not only see people one way or another. Let's recognize that everyone has good in them. And if someone has good, don't let it be overshadowed by the bad. appreciate, celebrate, acknowledge the good, and hopefully that good can grow and overwhelm all the bad. Have a wonderful day.